Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where I've decided to hang out in my backyard and just chill and have a conversation with you here. After all, we are in sunny San Diego, super amazing California. You know, on this channel, we really focus on giving you the tools, the mindset, the awareness, and more importantly, the action steps that we all want and we all need to be reminded of sometimes, learn something new so that we can create a lifestyle that's breathtaking, one that we're proud of, to help you write the story that you want to read about your life. You know that story where you sit back years to come and go, ooh, I done did a good life. I've done a good life. So I want to make sure that you keep your comments coming because I love your comments. This is one of my favorite parts about this channel is reading your comments. Curly says, quote, BOL, which means breakthrough out loud. When you said have them buy into the end result, it makes so much sense. Curly goes on to say, I never thought of approaching someone in that way because I know it would make me feel safe and sure that there will be some kind of positive result. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much for this share, end quote. You are welcome, my friend. It's my pleasure. And Live Life 007 says, OMG, exclamation point. I'm going to try this in all, capital ALL, all future communication. I'm a business owner and have a mother who shuts down. My personality is very strong. I know a little bit about that. It makes people shut down as soon as I say we need to talk. Now I know how to assure them that they will be heard. Yes, end quotes. I love it. You know what? When I hear that, when I hear not only what you got from one of the episodes that I shared, but when I hear how you're going to apply it, that right there is everything. That's juice. See, it's not enough to just gather information, but there's two other things that have to occur, and you've done that. One, how does this already show up in my life currently? And two, what will be the adjustment now based on what I know? My grandmother says, baby, when you know something new, you're responsible to do something new. And what I love about our comments and when I read your comments is that 99% of the time, what you're sharing back to me is, here's what I now know and here's what I'm now gonna do. So keep those comments coming just like that. Let me be clear. While there are plenty of extenuating circumstances, if you are stuck and you decide to sit down, you're not the cause of it often. That's pretty much 100%. I know that stings to hear. I didn't say you're the reason why you got knocked down. I didn't say you're the reason why betrayal occurred. I didn't say you're the reason why something that was unforeseen and unfair occurred to you. So please make sure you understand me. But I am saying if you decide not to move, that too was a decision. Just as powerful as a decision to run in the face of adversity, to run in the face of fear, to run, to walk, to crawl, to raise your hand and ask for help. That's a choice too. See, I'm blown away when you choose to move and play big, we know that's a choice. We give that credit. I chose to get out of my own way. But when you're stuck or when you're frustrated or when you just sit down or when you procrastinate, all of a sudden the whole world is the reason why you're there. Listen, you know me. And if you don't know me, you're going to get to know me if this is your first time here. What I won't ever do is sugarcoat your power. Because we are powerful when we're moving. We're powerful when we're courageous. We're powerful when we're loving. And we're powerful when we're stuck. We're powerful when we're complaining. We're powerful when we're procrastinating. We're powerful when we're playing the blame game. You don't get to give up your power when it's conveniently uncomfortable for you. You are powerful. You would not be here on this channel if you were not powerful. You know your power and you're either living in your power or you know your power and you're trying to get back to it. Either way, you're powerful. And so when you make a decision, make that decision in full ownership. Like I'm choosing right now to sit down. Don't make sexy excuses for them because they really ain't sexy. Don't play the blame game, because 50% of the people, when you complain, they glad it's not them. And the other 50% don't care. So don't complain and don't blame. Own it. When you own it, you're no longer sitting in the passenger seat of your life, hoping you don't run into a wall. And sometimes when you give up all your power and you're wondering about all the things, why am I stuck, and why, you move from the passenger seat to the back seat. And sometime in your life, when everything else around you is the reason why you're not moving, you move from the back seat and climbed in the trunk of your own life, hoping you don't run into a wall. Now, I know that sounds crash and harsh, but I'm willing to have a harsh conversation with you because I love you. So let's agree that when you are stuck, somehow something stopped you, and then a decision was made to slow down or to stop and stay there. With that same power, let's make the agreement that we slide out of the trunk sometimes back into the back seat, out of the back seat sometimes into the passenger seat, out of the passenger seat sometimes and back into the driver's seat. And then we look at, what does movement create for us? Listen, I don't say any of this in judgment. I've slowed down, I've stopped, I've had to catch my breath. I remember there was a time where it took me a year. It took me a year to catch my breath. I had been in a relationship that somehow became abusive. I didn't see the abuse coming. It just ended up being there. And it was emotionally abusive, then verbally abusive, and then he choked me until I passed out. And I remember waking up the next morning thinking that I had died. And when I realized I was still alive, I realized that I was in the fight for my life. And after that relationship finally ended and I was able to navigate myself out of it, it took a year for me to catch my breath again. It took a year for me to slide out of the trunk, out of the back seat, out of the passenger seat, and back into the driver's seat of my life. And because he was so big, and because he was so intimidating, and because my son was so small, and because I was so in love, my story for being stuck was really sexy. I mean, he was huge, I was small. He was a man, I was a woman. He was abusive and I was in love. I had all the elements for a sexy story to stay stuck. But all I needed was one reason to want to get back in the driver's seat of my life, and that was, I deserve it. I deserve to drive my own future, and no situation, no outcome, no experience, and no person had the right to drive my life. I don't know if you can hear right now. I don't know if you can hear. You might not be able to hear, but if you can hear, you might be able to hear little wheels rolling, and those are my neighbors. And there's two little beautiful children who have these little cars, and they're driving the little cars right now. And every now and then you might hear them scream. Like, if they can be in the driver's seat at 2 and 4, then who tells us we're supposed to get out of the driver's seat at your age and at my age? If you can get in the driver's seat at that age, you should stay in the driver's seat. It's your life. It's your opportunity. So I get you might get stuck. I'm not asking you, what are you going to get? I'm asking you, what are you going to stay? You might get stuck, but stay committed. Stay committed to your own movement, driving your own radical change in your own amazing life. And as you do that, I'm always going to cheer you on from the sidelines as you drive by in the driver's seat of your life. I'm like, go, girl, go, 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 go. Every time. Like, look to the left or right now. I'm right there cheering you on. Go, 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 go. Remember, this show is not a monologue. This show is a dialogue. It's a delicious, dynamic, evergreen, ever-growing conversation between some powerful, humble, loving people, you and I. I'd love to hear from you. In what ways do you realize, man, Lisa, I think I slid out the driver's seat. I think I've been stuck. I think I've been in the passenger seat in this area of my life, and now I'm sliding back in the driver's seat. Or, you know what? I used to be in the passenger seat and I got over in the driver's seat in this era of my life. Remember, every part of your life has a different outcome. So finances, there have been times that I've been in the driver's seat financially, but I was in the passenger seat, in the back seat, in the trunk with my physical appearance. There have been times I've been in the back seat in my relationship, but I was in the passenger seat in my finances. Like, just changes. So identify where you are in what area of your life. And then what does it take to slide back in the driver's seat? Or celebrate yourself for being in the driver's seat. And if you celebrate you, I want to celebrate you. So leave me a comment. Comment below. Let me know how this episode turned you up, turned you inside out, or celebrated you. Or was it sobering? And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? If you got to this part with me, you kind of like me. And I already know I like you. So subscribe. And always look out for more amazing information, but more importantly, more amazing connections. I think I'm gonna go watch my neighbor's kids play. I love watching children's joy.